Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Oh, time. Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time. I'm want to call and talk of the King's there.
The reason I'm done with him because I see the boy out there to get a beard with the same rag.
Hold on. The boy have you and the girl a beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red raga. Then people that look at me and say you're aganeering because we are.
Yo, that word them mad. Aganeering. Aganeering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I did mix up daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on.
Yes, Ragashanti. Do you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
Ready up.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ready up. Turn it down. Hey, I want to turn on the music, turn it up, man. I want to play with me, the people. Give me the wine, girl. Give me the wine, girl. Watch him, I'm about to kill this wine.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Nice and easy. In there. What's that on? Ready, baby, steady, wow. Ready up. Give me the wine, girl. Give me. No, sir. Well, you don't know we say energy or nothing new. Which one? Check. I want that one, yeah. Go on, people. On a good. Big up on yourself, you know. You understand? We give thanks to another day. Because some people are there about right, you know, to celebrate that day with we. Right? Some people get in a car accident, condolences. Despite whatever. Condolences to all related to any deceased. Right? Police and preacher and whoever. Right? So could give thanks and go and celebrate the day and all these things. People right away, I get to a point, you know. People, that's something here, you know. Boy, I don't even know what to think about that thing with the past and the accident and him crash and dead. And people, I don't know what. Well, the handcuff thing, I get to understand. So some people say him did handcuff in the car and police cut it. Anyway, I don't see that. I see quite a few videos when the whole heap of video I see. Because the people them not play. So unless them cut the thing at a certain point where nobody never catch it on the video, I don't know. But all of the video them see when the police them just a forward and them thing they call the people. Hey, nowadays, you know, as buckle mash, you know, camera phone whip out, you know, for Prezi. Yes, man, people are just a walk and hear like one. Yo, people will hear a scream right now, you know. And I'm not turn around and look and see one and I'm hear a scream from my phone. I want. After them take out them phone, I say, I want, I'm ready, you know. Yo, Prezi, You have some people swear say them a reporter, you know. You must see some of them at Jamaica. I swear them a reporter. Like some I am here on the goalie bank and this is sugar, this is Booger Shine out of Spanish Town, and I am seeing a blackboard that we call a John Crow, and the John Crow attacking, you know, Pochilo, who come from down a Bower Banks Lane, and yeah, we just, yeah, you know, we are report, you know, and we just want to know what going, yeah, Booger Shine reporting. Everybody a reporter now. Everybody a reporter now. So I don't know if the police them they cut the handcuff or whatever, but people they on that one the president must say, oh, the man never handcuffed. But just on a broader thing, and you don't want to use the word of coincidence. But Prezi, you know, look how weird. You know, this big excitement, this man with this, you know, fairly unprecedented behavior in the country and resulting in people dead. And I remember, you know, let's be reminded, you know, them did a fire shot off a police. Right? And then now, he might get transport and go dead. And nobody don't even know, say, well, usually them don't make you know when them do them transportation there, you know. But the fact that police officer dead do, right, Prezi? The fact that police officer dead, it can, I don't know, it condolences to the relatives of the police officer, but if a police officer dead in the mix, that can be seen as evidence that there was nothing untoward from the police officer, right? Because if a police officer dead, then, you know, them would have set it up for a police officer dead. However, you know, everybody has speculate. Me not lie. One of the things that me speculate about, Prezi, is, and again, people, this is a speculation. This is a speculation, all right. Me I wonder if, let's say, somebody that go down in a car, and Pastor Kevin Smith see what I go on and say, wait, this you going to do to me? I'm going to start wrestling, you know? And then, you know me I say, me not lie, me think about that. Me that crossed my mind, cause of course it crossed my mind from, you know, several possibilities. You follow me, I say? One is, it could genuinely be an accident. It could genuinely just be an accident, and it's just one of them coincidences. You see me? Right? But given the dynamics that surround the whole thing, and given that he was not particularly, you know, loved, and given that people are incredibly resourceful in Jamaica in getting things done. You follow me, I say? And given that when you violate certain things reach you from a certain angle neatly without, you know, me and nobody have to tell me that. Me know that. Or given that when you have your money at Jamaica, you can't get anything done, right? Me I wonder, one of the possibilities, me I say, I wonder if some little struggle go on in a car or something, you know? Me I wonder if some little struggle go on in a car or... Because I get several reports, you know, but some of them I can't say. One I can't say. I think I can't say that one. The allegations are that on the way from Montego Bay, when them are transporting him to go Kingston, the police car did have to stop. It must have stopped at St. Anne's Bay. The reports are something did wrong with the car. That's a report, you know, but that's a go with one. And them did have to make some changes. So when I said to the person, what kind of changes? I said, boy, Raga, I don't want to talk to you on the phone about this. So I said, dog, I one car, did I go through with him? No, I think a 2 car still, isn't me? Oh, another one with him crash. So yeah, the one with him crash, obviously. So what about the other car? I notice I don't hear nothing, nobody not say nothing and thing. So him say, the other car must have gone. So I say, you sure a 2 car? Him say, boy, I'm pretty sure a 2 car. So I said, then if 1 car crash and a 2 car, then I mean say the personnel them from the other car go immediately move to the car or whatever. I say, I can't 2 car. And him say, oh, you're right, you know. Oh, then I must 1 car. So me never play the fool now. Me I say, dog, you know, a police may attack by the way, you know. Yeah, it's a police may attack. Jamaican police, of course. So me I say, dog, you know, look like you know what going on, man. So I say, yeah. I say, no, you tell me about a 2 car. And when I make the argument, say if a 2 car and 1 car crash, automatically the police them in the other car. I mean, I said, them need 2 car to carry him. So I must say, nah, I know him alone. And then now me go hear the police information say, them did I carry him and one another man from the church. This is all right, hold on the president. Me see if you can play the audio for me, because I want the people them hear that one here. Because this is, may I send something to you here, president, and see if you can play the audio for me, because they said they were transferring to major investigative crimes, whatever, the pastor and another man. You follow what I say, President? That the police, when them come out and give them office, I send it to you here. See if you can make me play the audio there, yeah? President, line it up there for me. So people, if they said that they were transferring the preacher and the other man, and I'm assuming that the other man was the man who killed Tanika, the woman, right? The man who slash her throat and them something there, and some other things and whatever. So, me I say, yeah, probably them do them investigation and thing, and them say, boy, pastor, you have got to get charged, and the man have to get charged, right? So if the police come out and say they were transferring the pastor and the other alleged assailant to be charged in the major investigative crime division or whatever the department name, my question is, how we not hear nothing about the other man? Right, President? We not hear nothing about the other man. Nobody not talk about the other man. And apparently they were being transferred together. Assuming the other man was in the other car, why wouldn't them would have still secured the man and go try to go rescue them squaddy? So me I said, so that the police, the Jamaica Constabulary Force is on record now. I say, 2 people that get transferred. What happened to the other man? Me not say me know what happened, you know. Me just say, these things just leave all kind of room for speculation. You understand me? Because what the pastor alone in that 1 car, me can't imagine them a transfer 2 prisoners and have 2 police with 2 prisoners in that 1 car. That wouldn't see it. So me don't know. So me thinks that probably the pastor in that 1 car and the man in the next car. So I'm to that car there and you understand what I say, right? People don't understand what I say. At this there's something half right there so. All of the Uber but him handcuff him never have an handcuff and all them something there. Yeah, me understand them thing there, yeah. Me understand. You know, some people say them not sin of blood and whatever. Nah, me one of them will say, yo, the man neck can broke. Right? Him neck can broke and him never leak, you know. Him there at the back seat. Unless him shot through all the windshield and never have on him seatbelt and whatever. So people think face mash up or whatever, unless the car did crush, you know. And so you see people blood up and thing. But if the car tumble down one little hill or whatever, you know, him can broke him neck, you follow me? But, you know, so while there's room there for that and people are focused on a part, then are focused on them to see handcuff and all them things there. When me there is because I only put things me here and, you know, just like Uno, and I don't know what to believe because I saw them things are going. Anything are going to, you know the facts, you know? And people start make up something and everybody thinks to them have an inside knowledge to this and that.
So we're able to confirm that a member of the Jamaica Constabulary
Force.
When
me here, press your line up that yet. You can't play it now? 1 minute. So people, when me here, the official account from the JCF is that he was being transferred with another man from the church, with both of them to be charged by the major investor. For me, I write this, I'm like, you know, because up to that point, I say, yo, man, I follow everybody and go assume the negative because you don't know. Remember, people, when anything go down, people love to assume the sensational and the salacious quickly because that is more entertaining and and that has some more, things that are spectacular and things, them have more attention and all these things. So many that, refrain from, go down any path because some believe so and so. And I just repeatedly telling people, listen, I don't know all the facts, so I'm not going to make any conclusions here. But when the lady come out and she talk for the police and she said the two of them are transferred, my immediate question was, one, so I want to hear nothing about the other man, right? So feasibly, them can go on with him and continue with him. You understand what I say? I don't know. That perhaps some have some form of protocol like, listen, if you're transferring to, I don't know, if you're transferring two accused, for murder, if something happened to one, don't stop, keep going. There might be something like that. There might be something like that. Like the safe thing to keep going. Yet, I refuse to believe that that would remain the case if your colleagues are in an accident and suffering injuries. You understand what I'm saying?
So we're able to confirm.
Hold on. Oh, well, you ready? All right, hold on. All right, President, play this. Because some want to hear this already. But play it. This is the representative from the Jamaica, the communications person from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, basically giving a press release update and things. Send on, President.
So we're able to confirm that a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force lost his life in a motor vehicle accident this morning. What we know so far that two vehicles were traveling to Kingston, taking the two suspects from St. James in the incident last week involving the church leader and another member. They were taking them to the Major Investigation Division in Kingston to be formally charged. About 9:30, we understand that there was an accident resulting in one of the vehicles overturning. That's the vehicle that Sir Kevin Smith was a passenger in. At the end of it, he sustained serious injuries and he was taken to the Linstead Hospital where he was pronounced dead by the doctor on duty. The three constables that were in the vehicle with him, one of them was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. The other two are in critical condition, and as we speak, they are currently undergoing treatment. So we are here now, hoping that they make a full recovery.
All right. Well, President, I don't even remember. She said two vehicles, so that's a done deal right there. So two vehicles. I am not going to assume any impropriety here or whatever. I'm going to say the other vehicle, she said 3 officers was in one vehicle with Kevin Smith, right? One sustained mortal wounds and succumbed to his injuries and passed, and 2 are back for them life. So if 3 in one car with him, I assume say 3 in the other car too, don't it? I am going to stretch my imagination here and say The reason we don't hear nothing about the second car is because them have some protocol involved where perhaps they're not, should something like this occur, they're not supposed to stay there with the other accused, given that that they would be considered dangerous felons. You understand what I'm saying, President? So, in a situation like them, if you are juggling with two wanted man for murder and whatever, and then something happened to one car, you have to be careful because, they must have some kind of training protocol in place there, whatever. I am also going to assume that when the car run off the road and put in peril, the public servants, the police officers who are out there working on behalf of the nation and protecting the Jamaican populace, I'm going to assume that the occupants of the other car, took some measures, I'm going to assume they took some measures to aid their colleagues, them squaddy, and we just don't know about it, right? That is what I am going to assume. We just don't know about it. Because I try my best for not venture down the path there of, loose speculation, framed as if it's firm conclusion, when we really don't know what happened. All right? Because all we can say, I will sit on video and speculate, say, what a thing here, whenever I hear about this and whatever, this and that. For those who don't know what about, oh, whenever I hear about it, oh, please. What you think, said, when the police are going to transfer dangerous criminal, they're going to tell the public, hello, when I idiot? Of course, the police not going to tell the public. They would be stupid if they tell the public. You understand? So that is something where that do, that would be done, under clandestine conditions, in order to ensure a certain amount of secrecy in terms of those movements and things. And secrecy that should help to preserve, security, of the lives of the police personnel there. At the same time, there still remains, a bunch of loose ends that leave room for, wide speculations and things like that, understandably, Boy, but I tell you this one, yo, President, for a long time, I forced me or something where for a good while now, the first me or something Jamaica where everybody up here chat about it. Jamaica that chat about it. Usually when something happens in Jamaica, it's like, it's like a pocket of people. Or if it's something to do with like parliament or the budget, you have the intellectual set of people. If it's something big happen, or if it's something happen at ghetto, you'd have like, here we're going to Spain town and then you hear all the Spanish town link them, I talk about it no far. If I something happen at August town link, we link me and I say, dog, here we're going down at Jungle 12. Something, me used to them look at pockets of things. This, everybody I talk about it. Everybody I talk about it. Everybody I talk about it. Richie Rebel, you need for call in and, hey, what, President, I could open the phone line. People, want to call in and tell me what you think about this matter here. What you think I go on with that something? I want to call in and tell me, all right? President, I'm going to send you one next video here. I want you put up that one there. Make them see the video too, because I have something to say about that one here. And tell me when you set up that one here. You get it? You see it? All right. Oh, some people ask me some question. Why them never take the highway instead of the local road? I never thought about that. Feasibly, the highway would have been safer, don't it? Less traffic, less. No, that is a good question. Good night, caller. Watch your phone line, Prezi. Busy. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Greetings.
Greetings, sir.
Yes.
Talk. Well, I think the thing said the pastor still. When I say I face now, I face a full-blown tie line, so that's how science me think,
Okay, man, that's some science. You seem to be suggesting that the pastor is still alive.
They say more results, so more seen a 3-day time for more come back alive.
But listen to me. He routinely refers to himself a lot, in the first person, equating, coming up with these constructions that essentially put him in the same realm as Jesus. So, well, on the president don't play it yet. So, what you think? Am I going to raise 3 days after?
Me not think so, when him think so, make we see.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just ask you point blank then. Do you think the pastor dead?
Yeah, man, he dead.
All right, him dead. Do you think that is just a real accident that resulted in his death?
Me think so. Say if it was not a real accident, the police would have died.
The police would have dead. All right. What about the argument some people have about the possibility that perhaps some struggle ensued in the car that there's a possibility when I said that happened that resulted in the accident? You think that possible?
Yeah, can be too. So can lead to a driver get this truck.
Okay. All right, then let's say a word, my general. Big up yourself here.
Yeah, man, I West me a call from Delflan.
Which part?
Westmoreland, Delflan.
Belflan. Okay, Westmoreland. Big up yourself. All right, large up. Next call, Prissy. One pop, send on. Greetings in 990. Hello. Yo. Why don't you come on and move her from the radio? Move her from the radio. Yo.
Okay. All right.
Carla. Yeah, man, move away from the radio. We're not supposed to hear the radio. Yes, Carla.
Hi, Raga?
Yes, man. Yeah. Okay, what's going on? Hello.
Yes, listen.
Yeah.
That man, I believe that it was an intentional, it was intentional. I don't believe it's no accident. That man know a lot, okay? And a lot of people, if that man was kept alive, a lot of people would go prison, okay?
No, but what evidence you have to support what you're saying?
No, I don't have any evidence. I don't have any evidence whatsoever. I'm just speculating that.
Okay, you're speculating.
That man, a lot of people would go down with that man. So, a lot of powerful people, not just church, the regular church people.
Okay.
I believe that a lot of people who have clothes, right?
Yeah.
Because for somebody like him now, like I see videos with him having police motorcade and escorted and all them something. In Jamaica, you don't really just have that. Just a regular person just do that. But that
no. At the same time, if you're not a person of ill repute, if you're not a known gunman or somebody who's whatever, but you have your financial resources to secure police escort or whatever, there are avenues for you to do that. So,
but he does.
Go on.
Go ahead.
No. I'm saying you can pay the police, to have a police escort. You never know that.
I mean, no, I didn't know.
Yes, I'm telling you. So it wasn't that he was like an official person and the police. It's not like he's a government minister and a person who don't have to pay them, just get it and whatever. Such is not the case. But you can pay for police. When you see police at funeral and them something there, and police at dance and them something there, and police at escort some private, people pay a fee, man. So I pay for that. I am assuming I pay for that.
Well, that's just.
Okay.
That's just one of the things that I see that just seem, just a regular.
Hold on, and all the pictures them that you see him with them people that talk about, him take picture with Chris Martin, Shaggy, and listen to me, is a man him love take picture with celebrities. So, and people take picture with celebrities all the time. So I would like to implore people not to put the people who you see him take picture with and think say they're anything untoward with them. When you're a prominent person or you're a celebrity or whatever, people take picture with you all the while, and some of them good and some of them not good. Right? So I don't want people to use that and say that to indicate something on his part. But you say you don't think it's just one dry accident, so you think that there's something or something make him just got dead. So
yes, I believe it was something that had to happen because that something was, that man, when he opened his mouth,
Yeah.
a lot of people was going to end up in prison. And that's what I believe.
All right, then.
Let's say I don't have any facts,
Right.
but, with that, it's just an intuition. It just don't seem.
Yeah, it kind of look a way that him just got dead so conveniently, right? When him all go down a major investigative. All right, I hear what some other people say about it. Yeah, I hear what some other people say. Next caller, President.
Okay, yeah, man.
Thank you. Here, darling. Okay. Next call. Senna, hello.
Good night, Mr.
Hey, Raga. How
Hi.
are you?
How you do? How you do? Maybe I hear two different.
First-time caller.
First time caller. Turn her up there, please. Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I am hearing you loud and clear. I just was telling the engineer them to turn you up a little bit. Yes.
Yes, engineer, turn.
Yeah, talk, no? Yeah, talk.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. Something don't sound right with this. Something don't smell right. And my reason being,
Yeah.
they transport in this high profile criminal or detainee. Maybe I shouldn't call it
Accused. Right.
Accused detainee, because he
Right.
was detained, right?
Right, correct.
They transported him. But they transport him, and this is based on what Miss SSP Lindsay said. It was only 2 cars, right?
Right,
was
but
two
supposedly
cars.
the other car was carrying the other person to be charged, the other man with him.
But she contradict her. I want you to listen to that interview again, and if I'm wrong, let me know.
Right.
She contradict herself in the interview. She said it was a 2-car convoy, right?
Right.
She said the one car had Kevin and 3 officers in it,
Correct.
and the other car had 2 officers in it. Those 2 officers did not hear. That's what she said. The other car had 2 officers in it. She said nothing about the suspect. However, first she said...
No, hold on. She didn't say the other car of... President, she said the other car only have 2 officers in it. She said that?
Listen.
All right, well,
Listen
run it
to
back
it
the president. Let me see it. Run it back the president. You sure that she said? Run it back the president.
Listen to it again. I could be wrong. But I think that's what I heard. Listen to it so we can clear it up.
No, man, make it. Hold on.
Constabulary Force lost his life in a motor vehicle accident this morning. What we know so far that 2 vehicles were traveling to Kingston, taking the 2 suspects from St. James in the incident last week involving the church leader and another member. They were taking them to the major investigation division in Kingston to be formally charged. About 9:30, we understand that there was an accident resulting in one of the vehicles overturning. That's the vehicle that Sir Kevin Simit was a passenger in. At the end of it, he sustained serious injuries and he was taken to the Lindsay Hospital where he was pronounced dead by the doctor on duty. The 3 constables that were in the vehicle with him, one of them was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. The other 2 are in critical condition as we speak. They are currently undergoing treatment, so we are here now hoping that they make a full recovery.
All right. I don't know if she said it, what she said before or after that, but she was just speaking only about the first car, yeah? What she says 2 cars,
yes,
right?
But
what?
Yes, but I think if you listen to I listened to her interview and I also listened to Mackenzie interview because I don't know if you know Miss Kitty interviewed Mackenzie today. So I don't know if I'm crossing.
Hold on, one second. Well, yeah. She said 2 suspects. Right? All right. What I'm saying is, if there are 2 suspects, right, and one dead in the first car, can we assume that the other suspect was in the other car, right?
Yeah, we could assume that, but...
All right, hold on. Then if the other suspect in the other car, what we can establish is that the first car had 1 accused with 3 police officers. Feasibly, the other car was there with the other accused with 3 other police officers, right? What do you think? That is a reasonably good assumption, right?
She said 2 other police officers. So yes.
No, she never said 2 other police officers. She was talking about the first car only. But listen, the first car had 3 police officers. 1 died. So she's referring to the 2 other. No. 1 police died with the pastor, right? With Kevin, right? So when she said two other
Yes,
police
there was 3
officers, she's referring to the other 2 police officers who were in the first car with Kevin. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, Raga. I
Right.
got what you're saying. But what I'm saying, maybe I'm crossing both interview because Mackenzie also did an interview today where I remember hearing that they said the other car only had 2 police officers in there. The other car that was doing the escort.
Okay.
So my thing was like, where was the other
Hold
suspect?
on. The other car
That
only
car
had
only had
2 police officers in there. Did they say only have
Yes,
2 police
and they
officers?
only heard the
Hold on.
impact.
Are you saying that it only had 2 police officers without the other suspect?
They never mentioned where the other suspect was at. So my thing was that where was the other suspect? Was
Well, that is the
the
question I'm asking. We don't hear nothing about the other suspect. We don't hear nothing about that.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, hold on. I remember, we're assuming that both cars were driving together. And I must the case of them did I drive together. Huh?
But there's videos of it. There's a
No.
video of the 2
Sorry.
cars
Let me make
that was
myself clear. We're assuming that both suspects were in the same convoy.
That's not what she said.
What? I'm
In
saying
the
we
same
are
convoy,
assuming.
but not the same vehicle.
Hold on. We are
Yes,
assuming that both, many of us are assuming that both suspects were being transferred in the same convoy. Just as though you have one car carry one suspect with a backup car with 2 police officers possibly. The other one could have done somewhere else. Them could have transferred the other. Remember, the police probably don't want you to know how them go about them transfer protocol when them carrying out, significant people who are accused of serious crimes. So, again, we're all speculating here. We're all speculating here.
Absolutely, Raga.
But right, yes or no, yeah. Go on.
I'm just saying, I agree with you, Raga.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that the story does not sound right. It doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't make sense from what she's saying because she's saying a 2-car convoy, right? That means 2 car, right, Raga?
Yeah.
And then she said 1 car has Kevin and 3 constables in it with him, right?
Right.
And then she said the other car had 2 constables in it. So was there another car with the other suspect? Because that wasn't mentioned. But I get it. Maybe there's a lot of information they don't want to let out. But I know you got other people calling in.
Right.
My thing with this is, Raga, and I agree with you that the story does not sound right. And it does not look good at all. There is all kind of pictures coming out with Kevin body or whatever they say it is. But not one photograph of that young man that died in the back of the car with him. There's not one photograph of him. Now, this car don't click and lick. Them say he had 2 impacts. That's what Lindsay said. The car made 2 impacts. But this car made 2 impacts. And when they took that man out, his mask was nicely fitted to his face still. Nicely still fitted to his face. Right? Don't laugh, brother. Don't you laugh. Don't
sorry.
you laugh.
So, what you say? He mask the 2 neat on his face. That you say? He mask it. Okay, well,
remember in packing up 2.
all right. Them say we have to take a break now, so we're going to take a break and come back to the cards. But yeah, basically I say the mask, the 2 neat on him face and the Lord Jesus, the thing couldn't easy.
It didn't look like there was any kind of impact.
All right.
It looked like it was, and even the road that they took.
Yeah.
Even the road that
well,
they
we
took.
have to take a break. But yes, somebody just said that. Why them never take a highway and thing? All right, bless up yourself here. Well, people, we're going to break. Ragashanti live, soon forward. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Yeah, man. Welcome back to Ragashanti. Hey, leg of that, Prezi. Leg of that. Take off that, the Prezi.
Lost his life in a
Prezi, take off that. Yeah. Leg of that. Okay. Let me see the wall, Prezi. Sit down and take off that off ice screen, yeah? Okay, people, welcome back to Ragashanti Live, right just upon the bridge, 99 FM with I, Mr. Washbelly, the king of Mixup, Ragashanti. I am here on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights from 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. Jamaica time, 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. Want to remind you that the broadcast on Friday nights is simulcast right here on IrieJam Radio in New York City, my city of abode. Yeah, and technology allows me to do the show from the IrieJam studios in New York, and you hear me bright and clear in Jamaica with my look at Tambourine, see him here. Mad so, Mad something. And you don't know, say that anywhere in the world, you can listen to the show, right? On the bridge99fm.com, the bridge99fm.com, or IrieJamRadio.com, IrieJamRadio.com, and they have the facility of video. So you can see me on the video, and you can see all of the Bridge 99 FM broadcasters on the video. I know, say the Bridge 99 FM, I do it. It bad, so. We are big up two honorable over here. We are bring up the most honorable Bruce Golden, we're over here. We are bring up Ronnie Twaits, we're over here. We are bring up Elise Kelly. We are big up Nicky Z. We are big up Kurt Riley. We are big up Rory from Stone Love. We are big up Richie B. We are big up Jax. No, Sam at the bridge I want so bad, Maddie. Hold it. Watch your ride right here now. And I have field your input, your insight, your speculations, your concerns on the accident. Well, the reported accident of well, shall we say, celebrated pastor Kevin Smith. The number from Jamaica is 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. And if you're calling from the United States or Canada, the toll-free number from the United States or Canada, that number is 888 546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. To the phone line we go. Now, each and skip round here. Send on. Don't hang on. Hello.
How do you do, Mr. Scandalo?
Yeah, talk up.
You're not hearing me?
Yeah, man, your voice sound muffled.
Mm-hmm.
Talk up, no energy tonight, we are move fast tonight,
It coming like a movie to me.
Yeah, why?
A blockbuster book or something.
Why?
No, we do go on. I'm there and I pre out and I say, today are 9 days.
Oh, 9 days since what? Since the incident go down?
Yeah, and it happened after 9.
Okay. The number 9, for those of you who don't know, big up my listeners up here. The number 9 figures prominently in Jamaican cosmology, right? Particularly when it comes to supernatural action. That's why we have a thing named Ninth Night, which is where we just say 9 night, but it's really ninth night. And the idea is, but this is when people get deceased. When somebody dead, them supposedly rise on the third day. I wonder where they got that from. Of course, it's the Bible. Them rise on the third day, and you have to do all kind of rituals to send them off, and they are supposed to leave and go about them business on the 9th day. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do, and the past the 9th day, then the up you got on there and take set by you and things. So 9 is very important in Jamaican cosmology when it comes to supernatural things. So 3, 7, and 9, those are big numbers, and they have all kind of biblical affiliations with them. But you say, you look on the numbers.
9 lives.
And you say what?
Them say cat have 9 lives.
Well, that is that they're all about and thing. But you said it coming like a movie to you. Well, me have a full slate of call right here, and so I beg you make me go to some other call here. And here we're going, here trouble. Big up yourself, love and respect.
Have a best one,
yeah, man. And make sure so when you beard, you use some carbolic soap and scrub your kin good and thing. A long time, I know you have a look of bearding problem. And things, so make sure so I send you some steel wool. You understand, yeah?
Mr. KOS, don't face for yourself.
People, don't pay with a mind, I'm a friend. All right, blessings. All right, next call. Hello. Hello, yeah.
Night.
Yes, good night.
Raga.
Yeah.
I'm an emergency worker here in the States.
In the States, okay.
And my brother is a sheriff officer.
Your brother is a what? Your brother is a what?
Morning.
Your brother is a what?
A sheriff officer.
Oh, here in the States?
Sheriff officer? Yeah.
Yeah, because we have the only sheriff in Jamaica, KD night. Yeah, go ahead.
So we're both in the system and well informed about how these things work.
Right.
So when it broke this morning, he just got off work and he called me. He's like, "You following this?" Because I can't even go to sleep. I said, "Well, I'm watching it because over the past week we were looking at it after the first news conference when the murders happened, and we watched it and we were like,
one of the questions they asked is if this place was on the radar or any documentations, and their answers were so vague and said, no, there's nothing in writing on this place, but they were on the radar for particular reports, but nothing in writing. So that was
that's not true. That's not true, but go on.
Well, I remember last year when this happened or something similar, so I was wondering about what happened to this church. Fast forward to this morning now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching, and I saw a video online where the car seemed to be going around a roundabout or something, and it was two vehicles. And I'm thinking, on my day-to-day job, if they're doing an escort, especially with a high-profile prisoner, then usually there have to be more cars present. And yes, there is a protocol in place, no matter what country. If something happened to one of the vehicles, the other must continue.
You see, I was just making that. Okay, good. Okay. So if something happened to one vehicle, the protocol, the training is you must keep going, right? With the other prisoner, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And what made me think about that is because the first two photos that came out, I saw the pastor in the back seat and the rest of the vehicle empty. And the indentation on the vehicle, I thought about a rollover, but the indentation suggests T-bones. Later on in the day, I saw on the other side of the vehicle, which confirmed a rollover, but how it happened and the indentation is still not synonymous to a rollover. Something else might have happened there.
You think a vehicle lick the car, you lick the car, and for those of you who don't understand, a T-bone mean that another vehicle come up and ram the car in at the side. So you think that might happen?
It looks that way on the passenger
It look
side.
that, yeah, one of the side of the car when we say really denting for sure. So the question is, if it go down a banking or whatever, white lick pan for dentines up on the side. So what a way on a sleuth.
We didn't see.
You're being quite the sleuth there, in SLEUTH. When you can't go look up that. You're not dep on the case like Matlock. Why? No, but I'm glad you talk. But keep in mind too. Let us be careful. And using first word. Well, no. Let me let go that. Using another country's standard to judge how things are done in Jamaica. Perhaps we have our own indigenous way of doing things, which very often is the case. So, but I'm glad that you explained that. That it's probably fairly standard that if something happened to one car, the other one should keep going. But my question to you, and I'm going to take some other callers, but my question to you on that, to the best of your knowledge, that you know about this protocol, does that same thing hold if it is obvious that, the security personnel, their colleagues sustained injuries and that, that they could go down there and assist them, they must supposed to ignore them and keep going still?
No, I cannot speak for Jamaica, but here one would have to assess the area. If there's a threat, there is no stopping. If there's a way you can check for life and provide life-saving measures until other officers or emergency workers can arrive or be notified, then you can stop.
I'm wondering about that.
In a secure way.
In a secure way. But
it has to be secure.
Make I take some other call. I wonder about that. But make I take some other call here. All right? And big up yourself and big up your brother and your gingeration. All right? Blessings.
You got it. Blessings.
Why, Jamaica, we're dep on the case. All investigators come out here now. Give me a next. Hello. Yes, hello. What is going?
What Raga, they really take for idiot, Raga?
Why you say them a take for idiot? Why you say something in a something? Something don't talk to me.
Raga, say, I would not be surprised if they come with and say the body missing from the morgue. What? Because everybody don't want to see the funeral now where they actually see him dead. The body going to come up missing. The body going to come up missing.
But one about the events. What aspect? What things about the event where you have some concern with?
Raga, as the caller just say, them say the car flip over.
Yeah.
The top of the vehicle not denting. There's no dent on the top of the vehicle.
No, but what if it, hold on, what if the car flip over on the side, lick one big rock, and then it roll up at the side of the car, drop on one big rock, and that cause the indentation, and then it go on, you know? Me now, so me seen a big rock, because I say, you know, it's possible.
And the rock just target where him there.
Why you say I don't convenient the rock go target him? It's like them set up Iraq them set up Iraq now.
Yeah. The rock target where him there. You understand? When time them are sure we in the vehicle when the people them in the yellow fire brigade or whatever they want to call themselves come there and I take him out. You actually can't see them belt, you know.
You actually can't see what?
Him have a seat belt. You see the black strap.
Oh.
You can't see him have a.
Oh, so him did have on him seat belt. You can't see that, no. Hello?
Yeah, we can't see him have a seat belt. So if them are going to use the case, say, okay, I broke him neck, broke. Him neck not easy for broke.
How you know him neck not easy for broke? Just because the man have a fat neck, don't mean same neck not easy for broke. Me know same neck is I know that his neck is on the plumpy side, but that don't mean say him neck not easy for broke.
The amount of cushion with their own theme neck, that not easy for broke.
Yeah, man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. And people, I'm laughing, but for I don't want anybody for a second believe that I am being insensitive in a jovial mood, given that we have a police officer who lost his life. That is a very, very serious matter. And whatever you may think of the bishop and thing, he lost his life too, and due process wasn't allowed to take place here. So I'm assuming he lost his life and things. So, but I just want, lastly, before you go, before me take some other car.
Don't say that.
Eh?
Don't say him lost his life. Not until there's a funeral and we actually see him at the grave. That's when I go and believe him dead.
No, but funeral, if him not dead, funeral no must convince it, got prove nothing either. My question is, here's speculate. I am asking you to speculate now. Even if somebody kill him, what you think would be the most likely reason why them make sure say him dead?
Because they don't want him called a name. Look how much top class involved.
What you mean top class? Hold on. What top? Want to get that from? Where is the evidence that top class people involved? Where that come from? What that talk about?
Soldier and police there in church.
Well, yeah, we see that TVJ report there about a senior captain in the Jamaica Defense Force and somebody was with him, and there's some investigation launched by the JDF, and that captain has been, shall we say, detained also by the JDF, and they're conducting some investigations there. So, okay, so you think that, that captain is evidence that other people, involved with him.
And that is the rumors, and what kind of investigation? We all know Jamaica police not investigate nothing.
No, don't say that. Come on, don't say that. But well, let me ask you something. The last thing, and then I'll take some other call. The last one. You said what heap of people, big people involved, right? Here's the thing. Give me an example of what the big people would be involved in that will constitute something so serious and illegal of a nature that they would have to hide. And because I said, what? If you were to guess, what would that be?
The rituals.
The what?
And the sacrifice. The rituals and the sacrifice.
The ritual. Oh, so you think the ritual and the sacrifice? You think so a long time them sitting there going down?
From before me born, Raga.
Backside. So you think there's some big shot, powerful people them involved in a ritual and sacrifice, and him know about that and them. Your guess, that is your guess, right? Lord have mercy, you think it's easy. All right, let me take some other call here. All right. Listen to me now, man. Listen to me now. And people do remember, Ragashanti TV on YouTube. Over there, so are the best for mix-up entertainment over there, so I'm yard. If you don't know yet, you don't know now. Ragashanti TV. Go over YouTube, find a channel there. Ragashanti TV. I be a mix-up entertainment over there. You're not going to laugh till on the belly bottom curl up. Me say you're going to laugh till on the belly bottom burn, you know. You're going to laugh till on the belly bottom get heavy. In a Jamaica country, them don't say heavy. Them say heavy, right? Ragashanti TV. Go over YouTube right now. Find a channel there and subscribe. Just click the subscribe button. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. However, this, the amount of mix-up entertainment over this, I don't know the normal. You can't just listen, mix up, and I get joke on some long trip. You can't have somebody who want to learn about Jamaican culture and get the vibes and things. Over this are the thing there. Go over there now. And subscribe. Click the subscribe button. I mean something gonna laugh and enjoy on yourself and learn the something of them, right? So now go over there now, click the subscribe button and enjoy. And I don't know, so whole it more content that come over there. Non-stop. Go to Ragashanti TV right now on YouTube. Lock it in and subscribe. Prezi, give me a next call. The night busy. The night busy like a careless man brain. Anyway, hello.
Hello, Raga, Wagwan.
Wagwan man there, you know.
I tell me there, Raga, I look on this whole scenario and a lot of stuff come to mind, but I cut it short.
Talk to me.
I work in a trauma for years.
Yeah.
And at the first, I see an accident where the impact of the accident and the car, the denting and them take car speed and all of these things, and the man come out, me not see no scratch. Not even look at skin tear. Nothing.
What about the possibility where some people say he could have simply broke his neck?
No, it's a possibility. If he broke his neck, yes. But what them do, them drive around with a prisoner without handcuff, window wind down, because in other face, that impact one, the window must, if the window was up, it would have broke. And the impact on the glass breaking would have somewhat scratchy with our face.
Oh, but if the wind, so you think the window was up?
A prisoner, them drive around with prisoner with the window down and
that makes sense. That makes sense.
A lot of protocol.
What about the argument where some people say, hold on, usually when the fire department and them people that come under them have a thing named the jaws of death, not cut anything. So some people say perhaps that him handcuff was cut, when them go in there. Which is kind of curious to me because you know how handcuffs steal. Even if them cut the handcuff, the thing them would have steal upon them wrist. Or if them have a key, if it open it and take it off and open it out. So what about the argument where some people say, well, the handcuff was removed before them take him out? What about the argument?
So that negligent because if you have a man in an accident, I notice the police then gone and I notice even though him seems as a, the ritual man and all of these stuff. The first thing to do as a first responder to take out the man, see if him going to need CPR or whatever. So you remove the handcuff before you even take out the man out of the car for you see if you can save his life. So you go him trial.
Oh, so you said them. Yeah. But remember, you're just seeing a video when them actually attack him out. You don't necessarily know what transpired before. All right?
No, I don't know what transpired before, but I saw one video where him sit down in the car before they take him out. And one where them are pulling, I saw one where them are take him out of the car. And I saw one where them are transferring from when them take him out to the flatbed. Okay. Where them drive more,
All right. Okay. All right, I could see what I go on. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Another thing too real quick. I said the police officer family them are sick. It just not seems right because they not look like them agree. Sorry to say. They don't look like them agree.
Listen, well, we don't know.
We don't look like them agree. No.
We don't know.
We don't know. You understand?
Okay.
They have three different stages of grieving. But you have to see some emotion. No, then just dry. Me don't know.
All right. I'm gonna look back on some of them things and whatever and thing and see what we can deduce from it and think further. Here? All right.
If me speculate, Yeah, all right, Raga.
All right.
Listen to Wagwan.
See the blessings, man. Cool. Watch your right, people in our jugglings right here now. Send on the next caller, Prezi. Boom, bang. Hello. Hello. Well, no jars of life, me say. A jars of death, me say. No, and a jars of life, me say. A jars of death, me say. Nah, man, you see, Brad Prezi, in my age, you know, we still remember Jaws, the movie, so you don't know about that movie there, you know, and thing, all right? Hello, all right.
Raga.
Yes, Mr. Combs, how you do?
Wagwan.
I'm there, I give thanks, my belly full.
All right, this me now.
Yeah.
Me not see no video. Me not watch video for video of this. Most of the video of this, you see? You know which party happened?
Yeah, wait up, tell me wait up, Mr. Combs.
You know the old time backwalk bypass road?
Yeah, man, yeah.
When you leave and come in a trade, we are coming to backwalk.
Yeah.
One stoplight upon the road, you saw near church or something. It happened before you come to the stoplight.
So what on, is there between Linstead and Backwalk then?
You leave Linstead coming to backwalk.
Right.
There's a stoplight.
Yeah, me know that stoplight there, yeah.
Yeah, it happened before you reach the stoplight, coming this way.
Yeah.
How they happen, you see?
Yeah.
It's not happy. There's a man in the front car. You had a man where you know the environment thing?
Yeah.
In the front car and the back car gets lit up.
The what?
A two car, you know?
Right.
The front car have the escort car, right? The clearance car. There's a man in that car, you know, with the police officer about to all them.
Okay.
And then the back car get ram up in the back, something ram in the back. And that's why the fire brigade have your cutty.
So you have said something ram the backyard?
Yes.
What you mean ram? What?
No big ram up in the accident and meeting and the car just turn over saying something ram up in the car. A 2 week, 3 week accident, no.
No, so my question to you then, Mr. Coombs. This hypothetical ram up that you have surmised. Yeah. You think it's an accidental ram up or is a deliberate ram up?
Accident, man. No people don't go through.
Okay.
You see the 90 one day 90 attack?
Yeah.
Me know you see all time people say I'm going to man you 90.
Yeah.
You remember last week me tell some attack from the Satan thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you recall that?
Yes, I recall that. You say, you're a Seventh-day Adventist and you don't talk on those things.
Me not talk right. And,
right.
The only reason why we talk to you last week is because when you want to talk to people tell you not to do the right thing.
Right. And you came in with a solid point. Right.
Well, there's a man, a two-man were involved. One of them had a front car. So they're not going to talk about the front car. The front car have the man, him gone left them for Brigade come and everybody come and assist now. So what the front car will do now? Tell me now.
What you mean?
The escort car.
What about it?
Him not gone to town over here, man, they're gone somewhere. We never did that weird.
So are you saying the front car then have the other accused then, right?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Then, well, it wouldn't be an escort car then.
Then a two car will hold on, from one down front, one down back. Me not call the front on this car then.
No, but the way that you are using the term escort car, meaning you have a car where kind of clear the way. You say clear the way. No, well, no, because you say a car will clear the way for the other car will have the accused in it. But I'm saying, if the car where you say clear the way, have the other accused.
You have one in there too. You
have one in there too. So basically, I just see two carry them. I carry them down then. So what would be, given that you are not succumbing, that word, to any shall we say, any supposition of any impropriety or any conspiracy, at work. Oh, listen, Mr. Combs, listen. Given that you are not following anything like that now and whatever, all right?
Yeah.
What is your best explanation for things like them take the local road, them never take the highway?
All right, thank you. Good question. Me put that on radio Jamaica long time. Me said no, listen. Jamaica government, you see whosoever, whether PNP or Labour, right?
Yeah.
The road, you bypass the road is the government, right?
Yeah.
And you have the lawyer in your party, and you're going to give government, you're going to give people to make road. Me was the government, I don't have me I say, listen, fire brigade, police, emergency vehicle, me not pay, me not sign the paper, you have to give exemption preference. They have to go through a Jamaica government vehicle. And me can't give land to make road and me have to pay to go through it. Me not sign the paper. You have liar, you have QC liar those days. So them sensible, brother. Me put it on radio and say, you say?
No, Mr. Cool, but this is quite standard in nation all over when they have an external contractor come in for build roads and whatever. Emergency vehicles and certain official vehicles, they don't pay the toll. Or them have hold on, or Mr. Combs, you have to listen, no, don't listen to talk. Listen to analyze. Listen. Then Mr. Combs, let me finish no man. You know, let me finish. It don't make sense me say what me say because you look like you have your point where you just make me chatter, you know, never hear what me say. All right, so what I'm telling you, this is standard across pretty much all nations. I don't know what happening in
Jamaica.
No, I don't know what happening in places like, like North Korea and them places, I don't know. But what is standard is that emergency vehicles, for obvious reason, emergency vehicles and official vehicles, they usually have, they're allowed to go through those things, or them have something where them have some kind of device where we just let them through. Right. So what you think about that?
Then this not but that may come with B and Jackson Miller upon 5 o'clock B and dead diner. Him investigating, and he said they was looking at Parliament to allow them and come through up to he don't come through Mr. Raga.
Oh, so you are saying that the reason why the police can't drive on the highway is because the people who build the highway and collect the money, private companies, one is from France and all them places there. Yeah. Those people say if the Jamaican police and them thing are drive on it, them have to pay a fee, don't it?
The police go through him, have to pay them pocket.
No, but that is slackness, man. If police doing official business and them have to pay. If such is the case, they need to remedy that. Bro, God need to deal with that one with a quickness. All right?
Listen, no, but hold on. I beg you, please. Bro, God can't do for the agreement. Don't sign already, Mr. Raga.
Okay, the contract is already. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Mr. Raga. Me can't read good, Raga.
You can't read good. Okay, that is okay. But you reason well, though. You reason better than a lot of people who can read good.
Thank you for that. But me not came for talk.
Right.
Not Mr. Owens can't do one. PNP coming down and can't do anything for the contract already signed, Mr. Ragashanti.
All right, make I go to something else. But for the record, Mr. Combs, I want you to know that you reason well. In fact, I am 100% sure you reason better than a certain person up here named DJ Oxtail. You reason better than DJ Oxtail. All right.
Thank you for that. All right, hold on. I'm going to stay at town for my sick bill until actually it's back way up.
Well, you can't do that.
But me tell you party up, me say before you come to the stoplight, and nobody not tell you.
No, but Mr. Combs, you cannot tell me exactly what happened. Me can't tell you exactly what happened. You weren't there. You weren't there. No, you're speculating just like we to Mr. Combs.
Come again.
You are speculating just like we too.
Yes, Mr. But I can't stay and tell you we are.
Not because you're speculating. You know you're familiar with the road somewhat, just like I'm pretty much.
No, me counterpart, me family a bag where I can have them wake up.
No, then, all right, Mr. Combs, but I saw them thing are going on. Everybody have a link who did that and this and that and whatever, all right?
When you was talking, maybe I put the radio, me put your phone on the radio and tell you, Ragashanti come back on radio.
All right, Mr. Combs. But let me just juggle with something else. See here?
Go ahead, thank you.
All right, big up yourself, Mr. Combs. You know you're the boss. I
don't make up nothing.
All right, Mr. Combs.
I just Satan work.
Okay.
But you're sorry for the policeman family.
All right, a Satan work. Okay, Mr. Combs says Satan work. Okay. All right, cool. People, let me tell you something. You see acting I was a student at the Jamaica National School of Drama when it was a CTC. Now it is the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, comprising the Jamaica National School of Drama, the Jamaica National School of Art, the Jamaica School of Dance, and the Jamaica School of Music. And when I was there, I had one of the most brilliant teachers, one of the most brilliant minds, I think. And I have been around the block, and I've met the brightest of the brightest. I can tell you, one Eugene Williams. To this day, I respect that man for his brilliance. That man, his brilliance is just so multi-layered and comprehensive and so nuanced and thing. You know, that man just understands some things. And when you talk about intersectionality, when you talk about combining information from different disciplines and whatever, he remains unsurpassed in my book, so to speak, and whatever. But anyway, he was our acting teacher, and he taught us what is commonly referred to as method acting, which is quite popular all over the world. Now you have two major schools of acting and thing, and you know the one that is very common across the world. You have the British thing that focus on the exterior, but you have the one where they call method acting that focus on the interior, right? And it's called method acting, and the genesis of it is from a Russian, one Konstantin Stanislavski. You can Google that. His name starts with a K. Konstantin Stanislavski. Right? Google him name, method acting. And when we learn method acting, and basically it's if you create a character, you must assume the person. That broadly speaking, that's what method acting, you know, teaches you to do. But it have like a myriad of components and a whole bunch of exercises that you have to do. And to be a real good method actor, you know, it's something that can take you quite a few years, you know, to really master because it's so deep. The idea is that if you're creating another person inside of you, there's some specific things you have to know in order to do it. Let me tell you something. Acting school was very difficult for me. Want to know Bones, a.k.a. Mark Martin, or I should say Mark Martin, a.k.a. Bones, Lime Tree Lane and them time now, whatever. He and I, we were in the same acting class. We did really well. We were recognized as being really good. We got the leads and all these things. What am I getting at? Later on, when I continue in school and I learn a little bit more about, you know, the psychological properties of the human experience, and I was able to, like, you know, again, intersect it with what I learned from the Jamaica National School of Drama. And then, you know, I became, you know, I have a deep understanding of how powerful the imagination is, you know, how powerful fantasy and imagination is. Because, you see, acting, people, acting, you know, is essentially to tell a good lie. That is what acting is. You know, they never like when I say that. But in acting, real good actors, you know, are the ones who can perform being somebody else so good that they can have you suspend in belief for a while, believing that this is somebody totally different from who them is, right? And some of the better method actors right now, Anthony Hopkins and them people and thing or whatever, they're pretty good at it, right? And what am I getting at? You see, acting now, and when we go in and we start, you learn about psychological disorders associated with, for example, delusions. And it's so, me realize why some people steer the way them steer. Because, me tell people say, and ladies, don't knock me, don't beat me, let me talk. The people who are the best liars are the people who believe their lies when they're telling it. And that is why man can never tell lie good like woman. Because when woman a tell lie, the real good lie that when woman a tell them, they put themselves in a space, and me familiar with this from my acting thing, where them believe what they must say at that moment. That's why woman can get so emotional and bawl upon the lie and all them something like, first if I see some woman bawl upon something where they must say it and whatever, and get so emotional about it and thing and whatever. Because at that time in the acting, you know, the lie is the truth. You follow what I say? The lie is the truth. People, no, man, Prezi, I'm going to play this something now, right? Well on. No, I'm going to play this something now. And people what I'm saying is, sometimes you can practice something so much. There's a thing in acting when them call gone native. That means that you can be studying a character to play in a movie, in a play. And they teach us like when you're really studying a character, you must walk around with the character in your everyday life, right? Some of the real good acting, them what you're seeing at some movies and things, you know, they're famous behind the scenes stories of these actors playing these roles non-stop when they're on set. They never get out of character, and that is why they can be so believable. Old school Robert De Niro was like that, right? When named Marlon Brando, he was like that, old school and thing. Some real good acting and whatever, you know, when time them just go native and thing. It's the same thing with good liars or people who are delusion, you know. Because when you're a preacher, if you want to see how Kevin Smith act, you know, and thing, he's very charismatic. He's a performer. When him in a church, you know, there is so many parallels between him and a dancehall person. Me wrong or me right, Prezi? He has the aesthetics of dancehall. You know that some of dancehall and play a song, you play out a song, you play one little part of it, pull up, and whatever. These are the things him a do. Him have that something that where, you know, when Firelings just make some noise, make one night play one song, and them some of them go on with, he's a performer. The problem with him is that he's been performing this thing so much, living it daily, going native in the role that he's performing, that I think he lost himself and started believing his delusions. I think this man lost touch with what is real and what is fantasy. He really believed he was his excellency and all these things. When I look at the things with the man, I said, well, this is a madman. He's gone over the deep end. This man jumped off the cliff of reality and landed in a sea of delusion and was drowning in it. Prezi, play the video now. People, listen. I'm going to play the video. Play the video. If you not watch my YouTube and you can't see the video, listen to the language this man is using. Look at his body language. Look at his facial expression. And this is a man that is lost in his own madness and his own delusion. This is the police talking to him, and the police them attack to him, and soon start talking.
No, but just a 9 o'clock, you go up in the heart.
Which is rape, torture. That is what the rapture is. I come with salvation. I do not come to rape my people of their freedom, of their breath. You have to pay this nation to walk by footprint, carbon footprints. If you march in this nation, you must pay. If you breathe in this nation, you must pay. Do you not understand that the Pharaoh has built his great house and he is stepping on your necks? Pharaoh tried to bring me down, but I am that I am. All you people of the world, I came to you in this form. I am Stewart, born in Glenegoff, Victoria, the year of jubilee and victory. What happened? Oh, hospital, mat. They made my life a mat. I suffered, I bled. Look at this night when I came to call all of my sheep, the stray sheep from the 12 tribes of the nation. The thunder comes, the cloud comes, and the rain comes. But you did not believe my report. I am the fountain of life. I am the Catherine Peak. I come from St. Catherine. That's why you gave me water from where I come from. St. Catherine, Jamaica is where I was born. I have fulfilled all things. At the age of 9 years old, the angel of the Lord came and spoke to this body and asked me if I will give eternal yes. I am giving eternal yes. I came as Jonah the one. But they mocked me and they scoffed me, they surrounded me and they looked at me and said, who is this man? Because man, God was tabernacled in man's seed of men. I carried the government of...
Listen to me now, man. I man that in a police station, the police them attack to him and the man attack. You know, your man say the angel them come to him from him at 9 and then transfer. Gee, listen to I am telling you, this man believe everything what him say. And that is why people follow him. Because what is the most important thing when you're communicating a message and forget believers? What is the most important thing? Confidence. You cannot make people accept your truth without confidence. Confidence gives credibility. Confidence gives believability. People who are ladies, when I did younger, when I remember some man a lyrics and I tell you something, I don't know say I lie the man I tell I still end up and do some things with him. Because them just confident. Ladies, you never see some man a go on and them just carry themselves with some confidence and you just attracted to them and drawn to them and all them something there. Because them just have that surety of self there. And whatever them say it with such conviction, such surety, such a pronounced conviction when them do that. You're just like, you're just drawn to them. The problem with that is when them start really believe the BS what them say, or the fantasy where them engineer for attract people, then it can get crazy for them. And it's so them end up at, I imagine some extreme things where them believe are true. When remember the man over Heaven's Gate of California where make it well like people them dead about them go up on our next planet. And all these things. So what do need for though? What do need careful of these people who have their messages. It's all right to not believe in our faith, to not believe in our God. There's nothing wrong with that. But careful of these individuals that have what is referred to as a messianic complex. Messianic complex. When you look up that too, thank God for Google, you can look up that. Messianic. That's how it's spelled. Messianic complex. Of course, messianic is from the term Messiah. Right? All these characters who believe that they and they only are the ones who are to deliver you. Because in terms of approximation, they are the closest to God. And God talk to them and God tell them this and God. Careful of them people. Careful of how seductive they can be. How enthralling they can be. How them can draw you in. And before you know it, ladies, you drop your drawers. You know what on a wallet, you know, go on with all kind of things and whatever and believe. Say, what you know do is for God's guidance and somehow that I care when you not ever look close or whatever because this a man you attack is something with them and it just sound right. We're going to take a break. We'll soon forward.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
All right, check. People, the Observer had an article, and I'm basically, somebody, one brother. Prezi, take off that there, yeah. And people, bear with me, come on and read the article here from the Jamaica Observer. And again, this is somebody who did in at the church and did a Sunday. Listen. A member of Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministry has shared a graphic and chilling account of last Sunday's night event at the church that spiraled into the killing of 2 congregants in what has been described as a human sacrifice ritual. The bloody incident during which a 3rd congregant was shot dead by police as they tried to enter the building in Montego Bay has shocked the country and earned the organizers' leader, Kevin Smith, condemnation from local and international religious groups who have described what happened as demonic. The Pathways member who related the events to the Jamaica Observer asked not to be named that he was ashamed that he had placed his trust in Smith, who appointed unto himself the title, His Excellency. Even during the mayhem that ensued when the throats of other of his fellow congregants were slashed and he was stabbed and shot in the back. Now regarded as a victim of a cult, the man said he no longer trusts members of the clergy. However, his faith in God remains firm. I got 2 gunshots in my back, and I got a stab wound in my back, but I am still giving thanks because it could have been worse. God had allowed this to happen for us and the world at large to see this man, he told the Sunday Observer in an exclusive interview last week. It has brought me to a point. I have not given up on God. I cannot forget God, and I will never forget God, because if it had not been for the true and living God, I would be on a cold fridge right now waiting to be buried. So people will follow his logic. What he was doing was praising God, and God delivered him from when he was wrongfully praising God due to what he's now saying is the dastardly deeds of Kevin Smith. But when it comes on to he continues, but when it comes on to pastors, priests, evangelists, and prophets, I do not believe in them, and no one can get me to believe in them. This has pained me. It has pained my family. It has destroyed a lot of persons' life, he said. Given a chronology of Sunday's events, the man said he was at home with his wife and felt an urge to pray. He did so, then fell asleep. When he awoke, they set about cooking dinner. I heard my wife running to me, and it's like she was crying. She has said, come. You see what up on Facebook? His Excellency said, we must come to the church now. The flood is coming. Me start run up and down like me an idiot. Me run go and go get a pullover, and I got these green pants, and I put that over my yellow shorts as I was running out. After that, she said that he put up something else, that we should wear full white, the man related. He recalled that earlier Smith had posted instructions to his flock to turn their cell phones off, wrap them in foil, and leave them at home. This is a man who did it the night, you know. Him said, the pastor, tell them, say, turn on the cell phone off, wrap them in a foil. For those of you know, when you turn off your cell phone, it can still do certain things where make it trackable. But when you wrap it in a foil is one of the things that can block certain what them call, forgot what them call the name, you know, when the data, whatever, this and that. So obviously the pastor know about this. It implies premeditation. It is evidence of a plan for something that he's asking his congregants to engage in this exceptional behavior that would relieve them of tools that can record whatever it is that he doesn't want to be recorded. So the brother continue, what him saying? So we got to the church, but by the time I was there trying to put on my shirt, I heard him saying, I am God. Come in the ark. Come in the ark. So everybody I run, my wife and everybody run where God left me in at the church, he told the Sunday Observer. And when him say, who is this that comes before me? Everybody did have to declare them name. And then him say, close my door behind me. Then him say, cover your heads. You cannot look on God. Sorry, people. Sorry. Just me not laugh. It's serious. And then hear what the boss say. The boss tell the people and when them forward, say, close my door behind me. Cover your heads. You cannot look on God. He's the personification of God. The madness, the delusion. That's why I'm there, you know. Anyway, I can go and read this sitting here. He said Smith then instructed them to throw out some of the food stored in the building. He told a little boy was there. Children were there. He told a little boy to take out one of the best drinks. Then me just hear a splash. When I looked on the ground, a wine dropped, so I stepped back. He said, yes, it's finished. Whoever is on the other side of the wine cannot enter into the kingdom this way. The only way we can enter into the kingdom is through blood, the victim related. He said after that, an attempt was made to slash his throat, but he ran. He speculated that it was at that time he was stabbed. However, he admits that he did not feel the injury because he believes garlic was on the blade of the knife. People in Jamaica ghetto, there's this thing, if you have cut somebody, it's not stab really, it's cut. But if you have cut somebody, you season up a knife with garlic, and when you cut them when you feel so them get cut right away and things like that, and that way you're able to do them a whole heap or something, supposedly. At ghetto something like that, I don't know, conscious people. I continue. Eventually, the victim said he went back inside the building because his wife and children were on the inside. When I was there, I felt something warm rushing down my back. And when I touched my back, a bare blood just a flow. So I started to think quick, like, how can I stop this blood? And a thought just came to me to wrap myself in the sheet that I had. But the sheet, when I did have dropped, and I take my time and screech, go up there and take it up, the man stated. I was so worried, and I thought I was going to die. But my wife and my son and daughter were inside the church, so I had to figure out a way how to get there. I was saying that if I die in the process, I wanted to ensure that my family and the others were safe. At the same time, I was praying for mercy, he told the Sunday Observer. I could not find any evil in my heart against them, even though I got stabbed. I couldn't find any anger or bitterness in me. After that, he, Smith, was looking around the place and he asked, "Who is there before me?" And we declared ourselves. He said to me, "You there? Come to me, my son." The man related. He said that he approached Smith, but did not go too close to him. I kneeled in front of him, saying, "You are holy. I am not able to approach your presence." I was following the voice I heard in my head that was telling me what to say to him. He said, "You guys come on the inside." And we went there. I was at the back and he said, "You cannot enter in here in your Babylonian garments. You have to strip naked," the victim alleged. We all took off our clothes. A female was there, and 3 of us as males were there. Some other guys who were inside, he told them to take off their clothes. And a female police officer that was there, he told her to take off her clothes. Then we put on gowns because he had baptismal robes. But then he said we should take off everything, the man said. By that time, everybody was on the outside. Only a few of us were inside. My wife looked at me and asked if I was okay. He called the boy and told him to get ply and batten the windows because when the thing hits, the place is going to be extremely cold. So the people on the inside, and him I tell them to get plyboard and for black out the window and thing and whatever. More evidence that some type of climatic occurrence was going to happen that him no want people on the outside witness. I continue. There was a little bit of confusion because the persons on the outside were crying out, "Joshua, Joshua!" And that drew his attention to go out there, and he said, "Una can't put on una clothes, man, because una not in the presence of God. Una sure me say una don't have pride before me." At that point, he said a series of bizarre events unfolded, during which Smith asked a sick male member of the church, "Do you believe that I am the resurrection?" To which the congregant replied, "Yes." After which Smith told him, "I will make you whole." Following the exchange, the victim said Smith made comments that raised a red flag in his mind. But at that time, I could not move because everybody was still rooting for this man. By this time, the police were on the outside, and I was wondering myself why the police were not coming in. And he was saying to me and another guy, "You realize how the police are driving past?" He said, "They cannot see us. Cover yourself with the sheet. They cannot see." He then said, "If I be Elijah, I call down fire from heaven to consume these 50. And me daddy, I wait for see the fire drop for real. Me I tell you the truth, because I still had some belief in this man, that he is a man of God. I still believe that he was God manifested in the flesh," the man told the Sunday Observer. He said that it was after that Tanika Gardiner's throat was slashed on the basis that her blood was not clean. She did not scream. All I can remember hearing was like blood was rushing down in her windpipe, and I could hear her choking on her blood, but she did not scream or anything. And I think the reason for that was because the knife had garlic, so she wasn't feeling it, he said. I was in panic mode with so many things rushing through my mind. But at the same time, I believed that when she died, he was going to raise her from the dead, the man said. He also said that Smith, believing that his throat had been cut earlier, told the other congregants that he, the victim, the man talking, was a living testimony that he, Smith, the pastor, is the resurrection and the life. This man was freaking insane. According to the victim, a female member of the congregation examined his throat and upon realizing that there was no wound, was obviously shocked. Just after that, the shooting started. He said to me, "This is bigger than what you think. This is not physical. This is spiritual." I started to turn and I heard, "Pow, pow!" I could literally feel the fire from the gun. The victim said he did not say who he believed had shot him. I fell to the ground. I want you to believe this part when I tell you. People might say a foolishness or a dopey story may attack. When I fell to the ground, I literally saw my body lying on the ground and I stood over my body looking at it. And there was just a rush and I found myself back in my body. I jumped up quickly and I made a sound and he looked at me in awe and he said to me, "You are immortal. You cannot die because remember, they tried twice to kill you and you did not die," the man said. The pastor told him. He said sometime later the police and soldiers entered the building. Since the incident, he said, people are of the belief that he had died. They thought I was dead. Even though a lot of persons in the community that I am from, they all think that I am dead. All my family thought I was dead. It wasn't until last night, Wednesday, that I called some of my family and told them that I am alive, he said. Listen to me, man. That is an account from, hold on, make sure I watch something. That is an account from a man that was in there and who suffered some serious injuries, and even in the suffering of those injuries, he was, at times, he was still pretty much committed to the process that was in that church, even when at times when him say red flag and him get suspicious about so and so and so, he was still in that, shall we say, spiritual realm where, believing that certain things that a more secular, rational mind would consider to be impossible. He was thinking that after the injuries, even after attempts on his life, there were times when he was still thinking that, some of those things were possible, like coming, the minister bringing them back to life and whatever. And that is not by accident. He is a member there. So there's some process that was taking place inside the church where that led him to reach that point where he believed that the minister did indeed have supernatural powers. And it's such an approximation to his understanding of God that he had the power to do these things. And that was confusing him, even in the process of, attempts on his life and things happening and whatever. And, it just gives you some insight as to what was going on. And I'm glad the way the Observer gave the accounts of this, because it brought us in there. It gave you some sense of what was occurring in there and how central Kevin Smith was to everything that was going on. And again, I am bluntly, I am with appropriate tact, suggesting to people of faith, believe in what you believe in. If it works for you, it works for you. Whatever denomination you're in, whatever church you're in, and praise your God and, follow the precepts of your respective religion. But be careful of being too extreme in the process of your spiritual journey to the point where you become mired in a space where you are, pretty much cut off from reality and, believing that certain things are possible, when indeed they are impossible, which would put you in a space where, you'd be suffering a mental disability, not necessarily permanent, but even in the moment that you're experiencing it, it's one that can get you in some serious trouble and can put your life in danger and put the lives of others in danger. And even if it's not lives in danger, it can still severely affect your well-being. Be careful out there. All right. Again, the number from Jamaica is 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. If you're calling from the United States of America or Canada, the toll-free number is 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. Good night, caller. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. So I want to tell you a couple of things. First and foremost, when people are saying what could be the reason why this conspiracy would happen to fake his death, I believe that he has secrets for people higher up in the government.
Okay.
My friend, February 2020, rented a home. It's all on YouTube. She's my personal friend. Those people, Kevin Smith and his people, locked them in, chained them in the house, and chained them in the gate. These were 6 women with infants. What could be the reason?
No. What do you mean?
Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Lock them where? Where did they go? Where did they go, and where were they locked in?
Okay, Raga, the story has been all on YouTube. She did a whole YouTube on it last year, February of 2020. Her name is Sabrina Fisher Reese. They rented
Hold on.
Airbnb
Sabrina Fisher. Hold on. Sabrina Fisher what?
Reese. R-E-E-C-E.
Okay, Sabrina Fisher Reese on YouTube. Okay, go on. Proceed.
Correct. They rented a Airbnb. Come to find out, the person they rented it from has sold it to this Kevin person. So they show up at the house. They meet the lady who's going to be their cook. Next thing you know, some men show up and say, well, no, this house doesn't belong to that lady. No, you're going to have to pay more money. She was like, no, we're not paying any more money because, you know, we got the contract from Airbnb. They had men come in the house and say, well, we have to stay in the house. They had one guarding outside, one in the inside. The photo it's a photo that's been all over the internet of this beautiful home in Ironshore. They padlocked the gate down at the bottom and locked the door in the house. Kevin appeared to them. She had a confrontation with him, and something popped off, and they had to climb the fence. They threw their luggage over the fence, and they climbed the fence and got a taxi and got out of there.
Hold on, and let's be clear. The they you're referring to, you said it's 6 women and kids? Is that what you said?
Sabrina was there with 4 of her girlfriends, her own daughter, and an infant. There were 8 total.
And so, and they, when they were locking up the place, they saw that these were women and children. They didn't, right?
They absolutely knew. One of their guys was in the house, had to stay in the house. And she said, that was spooky. It's nothing but women here. And this guy we don't know is staying in the house. And he had the key to lock the door.
Yeah, that's inappropriate and serious. And
it's beyond inappropriate. I talked to Sabrina up until yesterday, and she said she firmly believes they had some ill plan for them. There has been alleges that he is into trafficking. So while everybody is kind of laughing about it, I don't think it's funny, to be quite honest. And I do think there's a conspiracy. I don't think he's dead. I think there was a deal that was made. Right here in the United States, Tyler Perry has 2 shows. One is called The Oval. It talks about how conspiracies and cover-up can happen. Second, the other one is called Ruthless, which is about a cult, where these people follow this person, this fictitious God, and this man who
but in the interest of time and thing, what would your best guess be? Since you're saying that you believe that something untoward was done in order to protect powerful people. So, what? If you were to guess now, what would he have done? What with the powerful people that that would be of concern to them?
Oh, he would have started exposing secrets. People that we see in government at high places, you would have found out maybe there's pedophilia going on. There's trafficking for girls and money. Absolutely.
Okay, so
you look at this. He always surrounded himself with young men. You notice there's always this fascination with people being naked. These are all levels to things. This is not just some fly by night. This is very serious.
Okay.
And disturbing.
So based on the events that occurred, you don't think that he is dead?
No, absolutely not. And unfortunately, the police officer had to lose his life in order for this this production to go forward. No, absolutely not. I think there are ways in which you can fake people's death, and you have enough money, they can get you out the country. And absolutely, for your silence, yes.
Okay, so you think okay, all right then. So you think it's a grand setup to protect powerful people, right?
I mean, look at the video that you show with him sitting in the police. Where does somebody accused of a heinous crime get to sit and chat with the police officers? He was in regular clothes. He looked clean. He was shaven. He looked well fed and nourished. He didn't appear to be any threat to them, like they were familiar with him.
Well, an argument can be made to support that conclusion, yes. All right.
Those are my 2 cents.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be well. Take care.
Well, people, like I tell you, again, Jamaica, you're hearing me there on the Bridge 99 FM. But I want to remind you that I'm actually in the IrieJam studios in New York, Queens, New York City. And quite often things happen in Jamaica and people talk about it. But very often when things happen, and people talk about it, it's usually relegated to a pocket from the diaspora, it's usually from a particular area. People are say, something happened in Augustone, most people talk about, have some Augustone link or some ghetto link or whatever it is. Rarely things happen that just, it just captivate, the thoughts and the musings of people across all classes, across all strata and things like that. And this one certainly has. It's a talk of the town up here. And, from the high society people to those of more humble means, everybody I talk about it, so many people have, different opinions on it and thing. And as I said, boy, we have to go see how that one play out. Again, people, I'm here on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights in Jamaica time from 9 until 11, which is 10 until 12 right now in the United States, which is going to change soon. The time is going to be the same soon. Follow the Bridge 99 FM on all social media platforms. Follow the Bridge 99 FM on all social media platforms. And please go over to my YouTube channel, Ragashanti TV, right? Ragashanti TV for the best in mix-up entertainment. I'm putting up all the classics. I've been editing and putting up all the classic Ragashanti live shows. We also have a show that we do over there on most Saturday evenings called Free Up. It go on with things. Again, Ragashanti TV. Go to that channel and like the channel. Make sure you click subscribe. All right? On my channel, get over there, Ragashanti TV, and subscribe to the channel. Watch all of the content, listen all of the content, and laugh and make your belly button curl up like when Elastic Bunny I use and I make the little diamond, something that we used to do at Jamaica and all these things and whatever. I want to say big respect to the TamFam. Big up yourself, TamFam. Large upon yourself, Tambourine family and thing. Tina and the whole crew, Avram, Nakita, Lual, Mr. The whole on the whole full. Big up Carol All, who are listening all the way from London, and she there every night. And Carol, Bobby Clark is working on the England number. He's still working on it. Everything is everything. All right, Chubby C, big up and thing. Tanya Mackay Milan, your foundation. Navi, Nav let me an appeal and said, Nav let me an appeal to the Jamaican authorities. One of my listeners is asking you that, despite everything that's going on, to find some way to check in with the members. Check in with the members, remaining members of the church. No matter what you think about them, they must still somebody pick me and thing, and they may, do well with some counseling or some form of appropriate intervention that will help them to rebalance themselves. And given that the Kevin Smith has allegedly passed away, that it's reported that he has, perhaps it's having an impact on them, and we don't want it to affect them adversely, given what the conditioning and the programming that they have been through. All right, so However you can do that, to the Jamaican authorities, check in on the members, particularly the children involved, because we understand that some kids witnessed some of this, and these things can, as traumatic as they are, their impact can be quite permanent, leading to all sorts of antisocial behavior and problematic behavior with tentacles in other areas of their lives that they probably will not understand, but with your help, those can be alleviated or erased. Take care of yourself, people. Go to Ragashanti TV right now, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy the Mixup entertainment over there if that is your thing. If it's not your thing, don't go, because you're not going to like it if it's not your thing. But go over there, Ragashanti TV on YouTube, and subscribe to the channel and check out the content. Take care of yourself, people. See you on Wednesday.